Picture this. You're flying peacefully through the air, suspended beneath a colorful canopy of fabric. The only sounds are the gentle rush of wind and the occasional flutter of your wing above. But in seconds, everything changes. The gentle lifts beneath you becomes violent, uncontrollable surges. Your wing is yanked upward with terrifying force. The sky darkens to black. So stow your tray tables, fasten your seatbelts, and prepare for some extreme turbulence, because this is Final Boarding Call. Pew 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 pew. Our super sick intro music happens. Hello and welcome to Final Boarding Call. I am your disaster-obsessed host, Alice, and I have special guests today. This is our first ever special guest episode.
We're so honored.
So, folks, everyone, Zach is fine. He is just in the shop doing his mechanic thing, and we happen to have my lovely sister cousin and her husband here, Lydia and T, and they are going to join me for this episode. So say hi, you guys.
Say hi. Hi.
Hey, hello everybody.
Okay, so Lydia and I sound exactly the same, in case you couldn't pick up on that. So T's gonna give us a nice break of just two of my voices for this entire episode.
We are the same.
There's a little difference.
It's pretty similar. Before we dive in, quick reminder to the listeners, please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, so this episode was always going to be a guest episode because the first time I heard this, it was on a different podcast that I listened to with Zach. So our usual podcast banter wouldn't really work when he knows the whole story, but I knew I had to tell it. It is one of the craziest transportation stories, in my opinion, of all time. And you guys are going to flip your frickin' lids. So let's just dive on in. The story is based on the podcast episode that I'm going to reference is Not Today. And it is episode 141, Straight to the Stratosphere, and then pulled a little bit from Wikipedia, but mostly Not Today is our source. All right. Before February 14th, 2007, Ewa Wiśnierska was already considered one of the best paragliders in the world. Born in Poland and later living in Germany, she had discovered the sport relatively late in life, at age 20, but she had quickly risen to become a champion. Okay, do you guys know what paragliding is?
Yes. And how is age 20 like the age to discover it late in life? Because that seems so young to me to
It's
be launching yourself.
It's like gymnastics math.
Yeah.
Where if you get into gymnastics at 13, it's like, honey, you're never making it to the Olympics. Like, you're old as shit. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess it's probably not old for a hobbyist, but the fact that she wanted to be like the best in the world, pro level. Zach and I say this all the time with cars. We're old as dirt in the race car world. We will never be true pros.
That's so wild.
But our daughter.
Yeah.
Start them young. She's 3.
She's already driving.
Fuck yeah, she is. Wow. She actually started Zach's car, his race car, today.
Oh, she figured it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can't even turn that thing on. It's got like 19 knobs and switches, and she's just in there like beep, beep, boop. Nuts.
Ready to go?
So scary, guys. Okay, so for you, common folk listeners, let me explain what paragliding is, because it is different than some of the other para activities. So paragliding involves flying a wing-shaped canopy that inflates by moving air. So unlike skydiving, and we did a skydiving episode a little while ago, which if you don't know what skydiving is, hi, welcome to planet Earth. But it's where you jump off of something really high, usually an airplane, and then you're free falling for a while, and then a chute expands from a backpack. Or there is what's the other para one? There's like
parasailing.
Parasailing.
I've done it.
What?
Yeah, it's cool.
Lyd, where'd you parasail?
Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Yeah.
Oh,
it was
amazing.
It was
Did you do
cool.
it from a boat? Okay, that's such a cool, yeah, it's a cool way to do it.
It was really cool.
Okay. So were you, in that one, Are you sitting or like what is your body doing?
Yeah, you're suspended. I think I was sitting. It was a long time ago. I was probably 13.
Wait, what?
I could have been pro.
So many missed
I know.
opportunities.
What am I doing with
like,
my life?
What is happening right now? Okay. So for paragliding, you are in a seated position. You're in a chair. Then you have like a huge ass parachute. It's made of lightweight fabric that forms an airfoil when inflated. The entire setup weighs less than 45 pounds, making it the most portable form of human flight ever invented. You can carry it in a backpack. You can hike with it up a mountain. You can fold it, clip yourself in, and just like take to the skies. There is no engine. She was just basically in a chair, like scooting her way through the skies, taken to it. Let's dive
Don't they
in.
usually catch the updrafts?
I think they do.
It's like where the air current is moving and they catch like more of the updrafts and the like working around like mountains and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So it's very common for them to be around mountains.
I actually tried to go paragliding once and ended up, the guy called it para-waiting, which is apparently common because you're waiting for the right draft of air, and it didn't happen for us, so we didn't get to go, but he was going to take me tandem, and I know, missed opportunity again.
Missed opportunity,
I know.
girl.
I know.
Damn. It's important to note that you're not attached to any motorized thing when you're doing this. So unlike getting like pulled by a boat or something that is giving you
Right.
that lift,
Yeah,
You just gotta
conditions
run
have
real
to be
quick.
right.
it's all air, boo-boo.
Yeah.
Like, you better.
And that guy actually moved to, I think, either Brazil or maybe he lives in Costa Rica now, but he was doing it in Brazil a lot because there was specifically a place there that had really good air drafts that, you know, it's like the normal occurrence of having this like heated and cooling air where it's a little more unpredictable here in Colorado.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also, he lives in Brazil, so that's really cool. Good for him. Or Costa Rica, also super cool. Eva hadn't discovered paragliding until she was walked through a park and she saw a group of pilots launching from a nearby hill. And she was like, I want to do that. I feel like she could be our best friend
I love
because
it.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And I encourage everyone to do that. You see
Yeah.
something you want to do, you can do it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. So I love her attitude. She saw it. She wanted to do it. But it wasn't until 9 years later that she actually took a course. And she did it with her brother,
Aw.
which is also amazing.
I love that.
I know. Let's take Ron. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Do it. From the very first moment that she lifted up off the ground, she was hooked. Girl was in. It was going to be her whole personality. The sensation of having wings, of being able to float, addictive. And paragliding became her life. And what's incredible is that she was freaking good at it. Like from the jump, she was a total natural. Immediately she started winning like championships. So within just 4 years of training, she was one of the world's top ranked athletes. 4 years. So she won the German national championship and numerous World Cup victories, establishing herself in a sport that's really male dominated, which, God bless, can I relate to that? So she was usually one of the only women entered in all of these competitions. So in 2007, Eva was preparing for the World Championships in Manila. My favorite drag queen. One of my favorite drag queens. Australia.
Oh, Australia. Okay.
Yes. And you might wonder why New South Wales would host a paragliding championship, but it is actually considered a mecca for the sport. The region features exceptionally high cloud bases, strong thermal activity, and the potential for covering huge distances, which is going to be critical in the competition element here. Just 6 months before the championships, Eva had suffered a serious accident in Switzerland that shattered her pelvis. Yeesh. Most people would be like, I'm going to sit this one out because I just shattered my pelvis. But our girl was like, I'm going to do this. So she threw herself into rehab, and she was in peak condition within a few months of that.
Feels good to be young.
Yes. The idea of me shattering my pelvis is like, I'm out for 3 years. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Absolutely not. So it's February of 2007. She is recovered from this injury. She has traveled to Australia, and she's ready to participate in the cross-country open.
How do you
at the top.
compete in this?
Oh, we are going to go over it, because that was also my question to you. I was like, what is it like? Whoever stays in the air longest is like, you win.
You don't die, so you win.
You win. You get a trophy. Yeah, the way that the competitions are built is really fascinating, which is a cross-country paragliding competition held at the same location as the upcoming World Championship. So she was doing this because she wanted to familiarize herself with the area, which is super smart. If you're like a cross-country runner, or if you're a driver, you always want to kind of go scope it out in a lesser competition and just get the ground of what you're doing. I would keep smacking the mic because my hands are excited. Okay, cross-country paragliding is about covering the greatest distance possible, not racing to a specific point. So those are like the two different forms of paragliding competition. There's either literally like a race. This is where you need to get to, be the first one to get there. Boom. Another one is go as far as you can. Where will the wind take you? We don't know. Just keep going.
Is there a time limit on it, or you just kind of have to go as far as you can?
I imagine there has to be a time limit.
Otherwise, this would be like days. Like,
it would be insane. What, you're just like cooking Hot Pockets up there? Like, what are you doing?
Bringing jet oil?
It's like...
Well, and I'm so curious about the ones racing too, because how close are you getting to other flyers? Like, how many people are
or is it just
in the air, like trying to, you're trying to race to one point? Like, that sounds intense.
Really intense. And in this story, we'll hear later, but the racers are close enough to be able to see each other in the sky, which would be so cool. Be like, hey over there, how you doing? I'm great, neighbor.
You just send a little paper airplane.
That's it.
Like, little note. You suck, I'm going to beat you.
All the dads would be like, how's the weather over there? Terrible.
And true.
Love. Okay. So pilots for the cross-country version, pilots launch from a designated area, and then they use their understanding of weather patterns and air currents to travel as far as they can before landing. That's what I got. Success requires both physical stamina as well as mental ability to read changing conditions and make split-second decisions. So I don't know if there is a time limit. It literally might just be like, do you have the skill to be able to just go the distance?
Is it like a certain direction, or can anyone just go off in any direction and then they map it?
T, you're asking the best questions, and I don't have the answers, but somebody knows on the podcast, and I'm sure they're screaming at me right now. So if you're a paragliding expert, go ahead and drop a comment, because those are good questions. I don't have the answers. Ewa was not just aiming to win the female category. She wanted to be number one for the whole damn competition, which snaps for Ewa, because
I believe in her.
She's a fucking badass. Her training partner, Andreas, had complete confidence in her abilities, as does Lydia. Hello. Believing that she could outperform not only the females, but also the males. Well, it's Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2007. And Ewa would face a challenge that no amount of training could prepare really any human for. The day started out beautifully at Mount Bora. The sky was blue, scattered clouds, the puffy white ones, cumulus. They're like cotton balls, gorgeous. And paragliders actually love those because they mark the top of thermal columns. So they're like, hey, boom, that's going to help me go the distance. I'm just going to keep saying that the entire episode.
She's going the distance.
She's going the distance.
Speed.
And she is going to be all alone in her time of need.
Yep. Okay.
Let me explain
where this is going.
Yeah, we're going all the way. Okay. Thermals is a very important concept for paragliding. So paragliders rely on columns of warm air that rise from the ground when the sun heats certain areas more than other areas. So dark fields, roads, rocky areas, they absorb more solar energy, right? Like that's why dark stuff gets hotter than light stuff when you just leave them outside. And they create invisible elevators of rising air. So the paragliders will literally get in the little elevator and it'll shoot them on up. And then they'll go the distance. It's the same thing that birds do, actually. Fun fact. Now you'll know.
Are birds real? We'll get into that
No,
in another
absolutely
podcast.
not.
Yeah,
They are not. Yeah, no. Okay,
Next episode.
Next episode, we will talk about the bird conspiracy. So let's talk about the weather report that morning. It had warned of thunderstorms. Not great. And actually, there were competitors that decided to tap out because that is what did your instructor call it? A para-weighting?
Para-weight.
Para-weight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's a para-weight. If you are just doing this for the first time, no instructor is going to send you out into a thunderstorm. But our homegirl, Eva, was hardcore, and she said, I'm in. So in competitive paragliding, there is always that tension between caution and wanting to win. And sometimes the desire to win can outweigh good decision making. God, been there. We all have. At 11:30 a.m., the first wave of 60 pilots launched from the mountain. Most of them headed north, taking advantage of the southerly winds. The German team, including Eva, waited about an hour before launching, preferring to let the other pilots go ahead to mark the air currents. She's such a G.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
Yeah.
She's like literally just scouting, like, not there. She performed her pre-flight check carefully. She laid out her paraglider on the ground. She checked all the lines, obviously making sure they were not tangled. She connected her harness, set up her GPS to record her track. So that is how they are going to track the distances. It's all digital via GPS. With the southerly winds, the team planned to fly north between the forming clouds. Gerald, nope, that's just the name Gerald, I believe.
It's Gerald.
Gerald.
Is that the German
It
pronunciation?
might be, but I'm just going to call him Gerald.
Geralt. It's the Witcher.
Gerald.
Okay.
Is it Gerald? Is that the German pronunciation of Gerald?
Yeah.
It might be. Don't know. And Gerald Amer, an Austrian paraglider and friend of Eva's, who was also competing that day, already had concerns about the thunderstorms. Despite this intuition, the pressure of competition motivated him to participate anyway. So he had that gut that we ignore too often, but he had that intuition. Initially, the flight unfolded completely normally. Pilots maintained radio communication with ground crews to monitor weather conditions. So in driving, we call that a spotter, but it's basically just somebody who has a view of something that you typically can't really see. Gradually, the cumulus clouds began growing taller and darker, transforming into more threatening formations. There is a crucial distinction between regular cumulus clouds and the nimbus. You guys, we're taking it back to like fourth grade. We're doing clouds. Okay, so regular cumulus clouds are the cute, fluffy white ones that
So cute.
We love them. It's like a little bunny.
There's unicorns living in them.
Yes. Yes, we love those. And they actually typically extend upward about 1,000 feet. So even though when we're looking at them and they just look like little puffy things, those girls are tall. Whew, they go way up. Cumulonimbus are thunderstorm clouds. And they extend from as low as 1,000 feet above the ground all the way up to 60,000 feet.
What? That's insane.
That's way bigger.
Which is Yes.
T's good at math.
T is good at math. And T, that is actually considered the stratosphere. So the cumulus is cute. Cumulonimbus. It's really that bus that'll get you every time. Woof. And they come with extreme updrafts, extreme downdrafts, violent turbulence, super cooled water droplets, hail, and lightning. So, for a paraglider, that ain't it.
Worst nightmare.
Yeah, no. 100%. They are literally referred to as death traps in the paragliding community for good reason. The violent air movements inside typically exceed 100 miles per hour vertically.
Whoa.
That's nuts.
Just
Don't want it.
no, I want nothing to do with that. And Eva found herself flying alongside Gerald and Hu Zhongping, a member of the Chinese national team and one of the world's best pilots. While some pilots successfully navigated past the developing storm, the clouds were growing rapidly and they were actually merging together. So there were no longer ways to actually just get through the cloud wall. Gerald was getting worried, and Eva shared his concern. They could see that the clouds were expanding extremely fast, and the sky was getting very, very dark. The approaching storm now spanned 12 miles in width. Like, it's just a friggin' wall in front of you.
Yeah.
Recognizing the risk of being drawn into the storm if she flew beneath it, Eva desperately tried to catch up with the two Swiss pilots about 500 meters ahead. She glimpsed a hint of blue sky, but the full scale of the developing storm remained hidden from her position that she was currently in. The narrow path that Eva was trying to navigate between, like the curtains are closing, and she's like, but there's that itty bitty little sliver. I've got it. It disappeared as she got closer to it. The cold air from both systems mixed with the hot air from the ground, and it created a massive upward surge of air. And for Eva, it was like being hit by a car from underneath. It sent her hurtling upward. Despite her years of experience, she completely lost control of her paraglider. And the horrifying realization hit her. She was being sucked directly into the storm.
Damn.
So what happens next is a paraglider term called cloud suck. Though that innocent sounding term hardly captures how fucking scary this actually is. Cloud suck occurs when air rises into a cloud and accelerates dramatically, creating a vacuum. And it pulls a paraglider upward at speeds that make control completely impossible. In a normal thermal, a paraglider might climb 500 to 1,000 feet per minute. Eva's climbing at 5,000 feet per minute.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a mile straight up every minute.
Yikes. Is she wearing eye protection? Is she wearing...
I thought you were going to say fake eyelashes.
Oh,
like,
she's probably wearing fake eyelashes,
like,
but is she protecting them with goggles is what I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to be.
Gotta be.
She's got to be. Because when you skydive, you wear goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did. When I did my one time that I've gone, I'm a pro. I'm an expert.
What are the speeds that they're usually, like, you're just coasting? What's, like, a normal speed?
Let's ask Google. Typically about 22 to 30 miles per hour.
Okay. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you would probably want a little goggle something.
Yeah. For like high speed flying, you can do 45 to 95.
Ooh.
If you're like
95 in a parachute?
Paraglider.
paraglider. Yeah.
Still.
It's a race, T.
It's a race.
It's a race.
She's going for speed.
Well, I think
Sorry.
she's getting the speed right now, going a mile a minute
This is too much speed.
Yeah.
Too much speed.
upward.
In the wrong, literally the direction you do not
Does
want
this
to be
count
going.
with your GPS, the distance, like going up?
You know what? You could make that art. I like this, the way you're thinking. She's
Getting
going to
farther
win.
from the ground, so it's going to be easier to go farther, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're optimists through and through.
And I love this. Except I got bad news for you, because in the middle of her getting shot up in this elevator going crazy fast, she now has hail pelting her face. Big ass hail. Just going right in. So she's trying not to panic, and she attempts an emergency descent maneuver called spiraling, which is exactly what it sounds like, where you pull sharply on one side and you literally just create like a spiral trying to go down. So the upward force of the storm was strong enough that it just laughed at her little cute spiral attempt. It's like, not gonna happen. After several minutes of intense spiraling with all of her strength, she realized that it was futile and she was probably very dizzy. The storm's updraft exceeded her descent rate, and she was still being pulled higher. Meanwhile, Gerald was also caught in this storm. His heart was racing as he realized that they were in serious trouble, and he saw Eva to his left attempting her emergency descent, but the wind became so powerful that it was like an invisible hand grabbed her and yanked her up into the cloud, which is some like crazy dark Harry Potter magic shit. Terrifying to think about. Moments later, Gerald witnessed Hu Jungpin also being sucked into the storm. Fortunately for Gerald, he was just on the edge of the storm cell, and he was actually able to escape on the side.
Wow.
Incredible. He spotted a farm below, and he was like, I'm out. Like, he landed immediately. And Gerald landed near some farm buildings, and he was forced to shelter during this crazy lightning storm.
Yeah, because what can you do? It's not like you can try to rescue anyone. Everyone for themselves.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going to go after him.
No, absolutely not. No. In his assessment, he said it was the most powerful thunderstorm that he had ever witnessed, and he really felt like both Eva and the Chinese pilot probably were not going to make it out. He contacted his team leader, and he gave him his coordinates. Super smart. He knew that a search for bodies would probably have to wait until the storm passed, but he wanted to at least start getting people on site close to where he was. Inside the storm, Eva was in an unimaginable situation. The thunderstorm was forcefully pulling her upward at a rate exceeding 100 feet per second. 100 feet. Every second.
That's too much.
Faster than an express elevator in the world's tallest building. I mean, that's faster than like, you're crazy. Still spiraling desperately, she was drawn into complete darkness, unable to see anything in the cloud. In the pitch black, she had no idea of the position relative to her wing. She could not see if her paraglider was even still attached to her at that point. The only thing that she could do was try to maintain the glider's stability through feel alone.
Wow.
Yeah. A few hundred meters away, Hu Jungpin was fighting his own battle with the storm when lightning struck him, and it killed him instantly. You know,
Dang.
Brutal.
Rest in peace.
Truly. I mean, he was one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And 42, which, what a badass.
Yeah.
Probably like a grandpa in the series and holding it down. Love that. Meanwhile, Eva was being pulled to altitudes that no paraglider had ever survived. She was wearing light clothing for the Australian summer on the ground. Temperatures around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. But at the altitudes that she was reaching, the temperatures were dropping to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's cold.
No, thank you. It's Gunnison cold.
That's colder than Gunnison.
That's where we live. It's cold. It's cold there.
And I lived there as well for a hot moment.
Yep.
And it's cold, but it ain't
Yeah.
40.
Definitely not wearing light clothing in negative 40.
No. You're wearing every layer you own.
Amen. Yes.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Okay, our girl's still alive, though. She's still going.
Right now, she is alive. She is alive. As lightning flashed around her, which now we know is another potential death trap for her, brief illuminations revealed a blizzard of rain and hail. She had somehow managed to contact her support team on her mobile phone.
Wow.
Communicate. Girl is like
She's just
next level.
texting.
She's 20.
Yeah.
LOL, JK. The death emoji.
Yeah, she was sending Blizzard gifts.
She managed to communicate that she was at 16,000 feet and facing extreme conditions. And then her phone cut out because she was at 16,000 feet in extreme conditions.
And it's 2007, so
Yeah,
how good at
I don't even know what
phones?
phone that is, but like,
Yeah.
It's like
I
an
want
iPhone
that.
4.
Crazy. BlackBerry. It's got to be a BlackBerry.
2007.
iPhones were pretty bomber back then.
Might have been a flip phone.
Yeah,
Truly.
I have an iPhone or an iPod from 2006 that still operates.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. iPods. I don't have the cord for. I don't know where the cord is.
I
but
get you a
it's-
cord.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's like one of the really huge.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, great. On the ground, her team leader, Stefan, realized the desperateness of this situation, and he really realistically believed that that was the final communication that he would ever have with her. So at high altitudes, you guys know this, I know this because we do things at high altitudes, the atmosphere becomes increasingly hostile to human life. The troposphere, Earth's lowest atmospheric level, provides the oxygen vital for survival. In mountaineering, altitudes beyond 23,000 feet are considered death zones. The body consumes oxygen faster than it can be replenished. At 30,000 feet, where commercial planes cruise, the air pressure is only 1/3 of what it is at sea level. So this means that only about 1/3 as much oxygen is available to breathe. And without supplemental oxygen, the human body will quickly shut down. Cognitive functions deteriorate first, and then your judgment becomes impaired, thinking becomes clouded. Basically, it's like you get super drunk and then you pass away. Mountain climbers who attempt these altitudes spend weeks acclimating, right? They usually have special gear, and oftentimes they have tanks, oxygen tanks, if you are going to those extreme elevations. Eva had a light jacket.
Yep.
Homegirl is like, she literally had on the thinnest fabric. She had nothing. Her GPS device registered climb rates exceeding 130 feet per second.
Wow.
Which is an insane rate, obviously. And she was rapidly elevated to altitudes where she had only minutes to survive before the combination of cold and the lack of oxygen would prove fatal. As her vision darkened and her strength faded, Eva lost consciousness. I mean, homegirl was in it for a while. Like, I would be begging to lose consciousness at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
Put me out.
please.
Yeah.
Her GPS later revealed that she had reached an altitude of 32,631 feet. Higher than an airplane cruising altitude.
Wow.
Yep. And this is nearly 1,000 feet higher than Mount Everest, and it is considered the very edge of the stratosphere. At that altitude, she was exposed to temperatures of minus 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the surface of Mars.
Whoa.
It's crazy. It's crazy. For nearly 45 minutes, she hung out at this altitude. 45 minutes. Her body entered what can be described as a hibernating state. The freezing temperature actually became a saving grace. It slowed her metabolism, allowing her vital organs to function on very limited oxygen.
Wow.
Yeah. Like those frogs that like hibernate all through the winter and then they just pop out and they're like, "What up? I'm good."
Yeah.
Yes. Crazy.
It's kind
Completely
of like
insane.
when people fall into the frozen ponds
Yes.
and like they can like
Yes.
survive without
Survive.
oxygen for longer periods than if you were just drowned like in a warmer lake.
It's so nuts. How's her paraglider doing? Because girl's still attached to this paraglider. It remained stable throughout this ordeal, and whatever brand that is, if they did not do a commercial featuring this story, what a missed opportunity, because this is the Stanley surviving the car fire on absolute steroids. The wing's inherent stability meant that it didn't even need her to stay inflated.
Wow.
It was just like Jesus take the wheel, open, carrying her around up there. And her unconscious body caused the glider to lean to one side, which initiated a slow, gradual turn as it drifted at the top of the storm. So she is just up there doing like...
She's an angel.
She is. She literally is. But then something happened that really should have been the end of this story. Her wing iced over completely, and it collapsed. And that sent her plummeting very quickly down at speeds more than 125 miles per hour. She was in free fall from the edge of space. After dropping nearly 10,000 feet at approximately 22,600 feet above the Earth, the paraglider reopened and it resumed flight.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna. Yep, if you're getting a paraglider, that's the one you want to go with.
Unbelievable. So because she had dropped to an area that had more oxygen, all of a sudden the parachute was like,
Defrosted.
great, I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm great. And what's even crazier is that in these warmer conditions, her body began to revive.
Wow.
When she regained consciousness, she was disoriented. Duh.
What?
She was unsure of how long she had been unconscious. She checked her GPS altitude display. Girl is like so dedicated on the cause.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, I almost just died. Let's see what my elevation is real quick. She was still at 22,600 feet, positioned just below the death zone. She was still in danger. Her glider was still covered in ice, making it very difficult to control. She was suffering from things like hypothermia, and she teetered on the edge of being drawn back up into that storm. My gosh. Despite potential confusion from oxygen deprivation and the hypothermia, her instincts and her experience kicked right in, and she knew that she had to get down immediately. The bitter cold made her realize that she needed to descend fast to have any chance of survival. Despite the dangers of maneuvering an ice-covered glider, she decided to enter another spiral and just get the fuck out of there. And 20 minutes after the storm had passed over the launch area, Gerald and the Austrian team were retrieved from the shelter. So those guys have been collected. They are good. They are not aware of Hu Jungpin's fate, unfortunately, and they urgently joined the search for the missing pilots. As Ewa descended, she glimpsed land through her very frozen eyelashes.
They're fake.
They're fake. Her big, beautiful, fake eyelashes. And a farm came into view. And she focused all of her remaining energy on landing safely. Get the fuck out of the sky. Despite the numbness in her hands, she summoned her last reserves of strength and she aimed for a paddock. When she emerged from the cloud, Ewa stopped spiraling and concentrated on a safe landing. She made a single turn into the wind, and this bitch had a perfect landing. Woo! After all that?
Hallelujah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're not even gonna have like a little trip. You're like, you died basically, and you're just gonna be like, and I stuck the landing.
She's an angel.
It's a 10.
With perfect eyelashes. She's an angel.
Can't handle her. Oh my gosh. So she was still hypothermic. Her core body temperature was dangerously low. She tried to stand to generate warmth, but she was too exhausted. So she just curled up on the ground and was just hoping somebody would rescue her. And then her phone rang Was it a BlackBerry? I don't know, because I went to the Stratosphere and now it's just like ringing as if nothing happened.
Definitely wasn't an iPhone if it went through that
Sure as
extreme
shit
cold
was.
and came back.
I don't know. The 2006 iPhones were. Did they had iPhones then? I don't know. I had an iPod. The iPods were great. That's all I can
They
say.
were.
That's all I
Oh
can
my
speak
God.
to.
Yeah, speaking of throwing something out of an airplane, an iPod would absolutely have survived.
Oh, yeah.
Just huck that thing. It's a brick. Well, her phone rang. We're going to assume it was a BlackBerry, but I have no actual evidence. And through her chattering teeth, she managed to tell her team that she was alive. She was freezing and she needed help. The fact that her phone had survived the extreme conditions, amazing.
The fact that she
Kudos.
survived, this is
I'm just
incredible.
impressed, yeah, that she even got the phone back in her pocket after being up at 26,000 feet or whatever trying to text.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Girl's crazy. Insane. The Germans realized that Gerald and the Austrian team were only 12 miles away from Eva's location, and they were like, get over there right away. So they dropped a pin, they went over there, and when Gerald learned that Eva was alive, he was absolutely speechless, because when he saw her get sucked up into that cloud, he unfortunately just accepted her death, because there was no way somebody could survive that, except for Eva. Within 30 minutes, they were all reunited, and they were shocked to find her paraglider still intact, though her harness was filled with ice and hail. They helped her into a vehicle. They went to a hospital. In the back seat, Eva checked her GPS.
Of course, you gotta see those stats. See the stats.
She's an absolute animal. And she realized that it had recorded an altitude of almost 33,000 feet at its peak. When she returned to Germany, the manufacturer of her GPS device invited her to their office because they actually could not believe that the instrument had accurately recorded a flight of such extreme altitude. After verifying the data, it became official that she had reached that altitude. They were like, girl, there's no way. And she had. She was discharged from the hospital shortly after arrival with only frostbite on her ears and legs
Oh my God.
as her grand total injury.
Wow.
It's like minor frostbite.
Wow.
By all medical understanding, she should have, died. But if she had survived, brain damage, heart failure, your organs.
But she's 20, so she's fine.
And then she went to the club. Oh,
But
my
did she win?
yes, because
Well, yeah.
she lived.
But the competition? I mean, not that I really cared the results of the winnings, but out of curiosity.
We
did
gotta
they-
find out.
Like, yeah, I mean, did the
I think they canceled it because
really?
people
Okay.
died. I
Okay.
think they were like, you know what, you guys.
Like, this guy died, but this guy over here, he won.
He's a
Yeah.
winner.
The other guy
but
lost,
the other guy.
clearly. Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. I don't mean to
Peace.
insult his memory.
Hugh Jong-ping, who was and is remembered as one of the greatest paragliders of all time. His body was found 2.5 miles from where he had first encountered the storm. So the lightning struck had killed him instantly, which honestly is a little bit of comfort in this scenario, because
Yeah.
the idea of suffering is just horrible. But it did leave the community obviously in shock, as anytime there's an incident in an extreme sport, it still shakes you. Like, you know that it's really dangerous, but it still is horrible when you lose somebody. Oh, so the distance between Eva and Hugh Jong-ping was only 500 meters.
Wow.
So they were really close. So she's incredibly lucky that she did not get struck by lightning.
Amongst all the other things she could
all
have
the
died
other
from.
insane fucking things that she just went through. Okay, are you guys ready for, in my opinion, the craziest part of this story?
We haven't even heard the craziest part.
You have not. You have not.
Okay.
How does it get crazier?
6 days later, she competed in the World Championship.
Oh my. Oh my God. Wow.
Getting right back on that horse.
Eva.
Make that shit up. Okay. Some might say that a normal person would be like, I survived. I'm going to take my win and walk away with my life. No.
She's going hard.
She went so hard. When she took off again, she described it as beautiful, almost like experiencing her first flight all over again.
Yeah, near death, and then you're reborn.
Yep, she said that she did it for the memory of Hugh Jong-ping, and it gave her a new perspective on life and competition. She resolved not to take unnecessary risks in the future.
Okay, we love that.
Recognizing that what happened was partially the result of competitive pressure, maybe overriding judgment.
Maybe. Just a little.
Yeah. Obviously, the news of her miraculous survival spread globally. So her experience, it became a case study in both the incredible resilience of the human body, as well as the importance of weather awareness in extreme sports.
Oh my gosh. The realness of human error.
And yes, and that, yes. In 2010, ABC and France 5 produced a documentary called Miracle in the Storm, and it's her story. So let's talk about her today. What is she up to? She lives in Bavaria, Germany, where she teaches paragliding.
Cool.
And she runs a company offering courses in personal development. She's just a fucking badass. I'm so proud of her. I don't know her. I'm proud of her. For the paragliding community, her story reinforced the critical importance of storm avoidance. No competition is worth risking your life, and weather conditions can change from manageable to deadly in a matter of minutes. Eva's wisdom from this experience is simple but profound, and this is a quote from her. Make your decisions for yourself, not based on what others are doing. In competitive environments, peer pressure and the desire to win can cloud judgment about acceptable risk, but no victory is worth your life.
Amen.
And that's our story for today.
Love it. Guys. Thank you.
Eva's crazy, right? Yeah. She's so cool.
Love her.
I love her too.
Such a little pun there with clouded judgment.
Oh my god.
Oh, T.
We got a cat dad in the house.
How's the weather over there?
I don't know. My judgment's clouded.
Oh my god. I'm going to pull that mic cord. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join me today. This was this warmed my heart. This was such a special episode for me. Thanks for having me. Thank you guys. And for you, listener, please make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We have a discussion group. And then join us next time when we will be discovering another transportation disaster story. Until then, remember to stow your tray tables, fasten your seatbelts, and prepare for the unexpected, because not every trip reaches its final destination. Goodbye. Bye.